playing great defense is a lost art in basketball, and that's a shame because many players don't realize playing great defense can be the difference from you getting a college scholarship or not getting it, because there are a lot of players around the nation who can dribble, shoot, and make the simple pass, but it's a whole lot harder finding players who can give it to you on offense while also having the ability to lock you down on the other end. So today I will give you some tips that can make you a better defender immediately. Tip 1. Getting in shape. Getting into great physical shape is crucial to being a great defender. Fighting through screens, staying low in a defensive stance for a long time, guarding big bruisers in the post, and chasing around quick players around the perimeter all game can be exhausting. And for those playing basketball for their school, I know you're most likely doing some hard conditioning, but that's not enough. You need to take initiative and put in work by yourself as well. Doing simple things like jogging and sprinting are some of the best ways to get in shape. So okay, now that you have your stamina in check, now let's get into the more technical aspects of defense. Tip 2. Focus on forcing tough shots. Not everyone is blessed with an enormous wingspan that will help them block shots more easily, and that's okay because forcing tough shots and contesting can be the better option in most cases. Every time you step on the court, your main objective should be to make your opponent as uncomfortable as possible, and there will be times that your opponent makes a tough contested shot, and that's okay, you can live with that. I'd rather my opponents take contested shots than uncontested shots, it's as simple as that. Tip 3. Don't be afraid to get your ankles broken. With the rise of social media, everything is recorded, so the last thing you would want to see when you open your Instagram is a video of you touching the earth, and I totally get it, but what you have to realize is that every defender gets their ankles broken, and if you don't, then you're not playing good enough defense. It's the same concept as getting dumped on. I'd rather you get dumped on every possession rather than moving out the way and allowing easy buckets. Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, and Nick Claxton are all some of the best shot blockers in the NBA right now, and even they get dunked on from time to time. It happens. And we all know Michael Jordan is one of the best defenders ever, and even he got his ankles broken by Allen Iverson. The moment you get rid of that fear, the moment you become an even better defender. Tip 4. Take charges. I know everyone clowns players like Marcus Smart who flops all of the time, but charge calls count as a defensive stop and a forced turnover, and it can be the difference between winning or losing a game. Taking a charge can be a huge momentum boost for your team, and not only that, but it can set the tone in general. There are many ways you can take charges or draw offensive fouls. One effective way is when you are defending a bigger player in the post, because if they are bigger and stronger than you, then they'll most likely just try to back you down under the rim. But one tip is to take 2 or 3 bumps from the offensive player before falling back. And remember, you have to sell it and make it believable, and this isn't something you can consistently try throughout the game, but once a game should be good. Tip 5. Steady your opponents. Steadying your opponent is the key to locking someone down. For example, if you see a player loves to do a between the leg step back more than 3 times, then you should have that noted in your head. If you see your opponent only drives right, then force him left. If you notice your opponent always has hesitation moves in every dribble combo, then write that down in your mental notes. Another thing to do that you probably aren't doing is studying your opponent while you're on the bench. This way you have time to sit there and thoroughly break down and analyze everyone on the court. This is something all of the great defenders do. Tip 6. Commit to being a great defender. This is very important and isn't as easy as it sounds. Players like Drew Holiday, Alex Caruso, and Marcus Smart take pride in playing great defense. When they step on the floor, they know their job is lock down the opposing team's best players, and not everyone has that mindset. Do you really think a player like Trae Young is stepping on the floor with the mindset of locking guys up? Probably not. You have to want to step up and take the challenge. You have to love defense and enjoy forcing turnovers and forcing tough shots. If not, you will never be an elite defender. Tip 7. Don't commit dumb fouls. You will never really have full control of what the referees call and don't call, but you do have control over not making bad, silly fouls. Don't have your hand in the cookie jar and allow swipe-through fouls. Don't land under your opponent's feet when they take a jump shot. Don't reach unless you are 100% sure you can get the steal. No hand checking. Jump vertical when contesting shots at the rim, and the list goes on. Tip 8. Challenge yourself in practice. Whether it's one-on-one drills or team scrimmages, make sure to give 100% and let everyone in the gym know you're the best defender in the gym. Challenge yourself by guarding the best player. I don't care if he's 6'8" and has handles like Kyrie and a shot like Stephen Curry. Step up to the plate and take the challenge. Tip 9. Guard everyone at the same time. I know that sounds a bit confusing, so let me explain. Great defenders just don't focus on guarding their man. They are also focused on the other 4 players on the court. If you see your teammate getting blown by and you're the nearest defender, then dig at the ball and try to get a steal, always thinking bigger than just your man. One of your defensive goals should be to leave your fingerprints on every possession. Whether your man has the ball or not, make an impact. Tip 10. Study other great defenders. Basketball IQ is a huge part of playing defense, and you can increase your defensive IQ by not only playing but studying great defenders in the NBA. Defenders like Drew Holiday, Marcus Smart, Alex Caruso, Herbert Jones, Lou Dort, and Matisse Thybulle are some great defenders to study. And that'll be all for today's video. I hope these 10 defensive tips helped. If you would like a more in-depth part 2, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.